So how's the adjustment to UCLA and everything like that going?
I think the adjustment going good. Some of the D-line guys that's been here for a little minute, they helping. Still want to compete. Still trying to get better every day, but I think just overall, I think the move is pretty good.
Can you tell us a little bit about your recruitment, why you chose UCLA, who you built a relationship with during that process?
Yeah, I actually came here because of the defenses they run. Coach Malloy was a big part in that. Coach Ram, and then Coach Foster, of course. I feel like they just wanted me, they needed me, and I wanted and needed them as well. So it was just like a win-win situation for me.
Making this move, what is your mindset coming into a spring like this and competing?
I think just showing the coaches what I can do over and over again, being consistent, being physical, and just showing them I still know how to play ball.
Coach Malloy said that he wanted the defense to be in the players' hands a little bit. So what's been the dialogue with him and giving feedback and things like that?
I think just him saying he wanted to be player-led is just us coaching each other. More of like just leading especially the younger guys that's having troubles with the playbook, just helping them get a feel for it, and then just being on top of each other, honestly.
Were you able to learn the playbook?
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think allowed you to kind of digest that so quickly?
I think just being in college and being around different playbooks, I think that's the main thing for me.
And you mentioned, the pitch, as far as the defense. How do they see you as far as how they'd like to use you and your strengths right now?
I'll just say at end and at tackle, just like I was doing at Arkansas. But really just getting after the ball, honestly.
Speaking of the coaching staff, they kind of pride themselves on being really personable, a cohesive unit. What can you say about Coach Franklin, Coach Malloy, and what you're seeing so far from the coaching staff? I
say they are very passionate. Coach Malloy, especially, he put his cleats on to show us how to do the drill before we do it. So that's new to me, but I like that because it showed how passionate he is. And Coach Frank, great guy, hard coach. He been around the game for a long time. So just hearing the message instead of how it's coming out, I think that's the biggest thing about him.
You mentioned when you first got here being welcomed by the veterans that are already here, and then you've also mentioned, looking at leadership roles. How do you balance that being at a new place, but also being experienced enough to where, you could also carve out a leadership role, but you're also still new here?
I say just balance them. Just not getting too high and not getting too low. Like if I mess up on the play, take the coaching from my teammates, hear how they saying it. Hear what they saying and not how they saying it. And I feel like what I know, I can teach what I know, and then I ask questions as well. So just being a voice and being a listening ear.
For UCLA fans who maybe haven't seen a lot of you, how would you describe your game? What are your strengths?
I say I'm fast, twitchy, physical, and I like to be a leader and a cheerleader for my teammates on the field.
Based on the feedback you're getting from Coach Franklin, Coach Malloy, what do you see your role? How do you see your role shaping up on the team, both on and off the field?
Just as a leader, as a hard worker, really just going out there to play ball.
When we've talked to Coach Malloy in the past, he's always mentioned how this defense is unorthodox. What's maybe some of the things that you've had to maybe unlearn from your previous stop at Arkansas that you kind of had to get used to here?
Really just like a lot of the little details, like a crossover run, like hard shoulder, I think it's the little things that make a big impact on the field. So just unlearning a lot of stuff that I learned in the past, just to learn new things and open my brain some more.
Being in Los Angeles, just the location alone, what does that offer in terms of opportunities for personal branding, building that type of thing?
It's a lot of people, especially being in Westwood. You just gotta put your name out there. My agent and some more people around my agency has been helping me a lot with my branding. So really just trying to meet a lot of people and put faces to names, honestly.
And to piggyback on that, how have you adjusted living in LA and outside of the field?
I'll say I have a dog, so I like to just chill with my dog. I recently just got my car back, so I just like to chill with my teammates, especially the guys that's already been here. I like to just hang out with them, pick their brain a little bit, and just play the game with my people back at home.
Taking your dog to any dog parks?
Yeah, the one right up the street.
What kind of dog?
I have a pocket bully. She's 2 years old. She a handful.
And you're originally from Louisiana, is that right?
Yeah, I'm originally from New Orleans, but Hurricane Katrina brought us to Arkansas.
Okay.
And I was just going back and forth, but then we settled in Arkansas for a little minute.
And you talked about your experience at Arkansas, being in the SEC. How do you expect this experience to translate to the Big Ten Conference, which is more of a run-heavy conference?
I don't feel like it'll be a big change for me, just because like when you play in the Alabamas and the LSUs, they want to run the ball first. So I mean, I feel like it's just another game of football, just on a different side of the world or the country.
You said you had to relocate because of Hurricane Katrina. How old were you, and what was that experience?
I was one. We left the day before. My people always telling me stories about what was going on, but that's really all I can tell you. It was rough because we was trying to go to Texas, and then we got relocated to Arkansas, so it was a whole big deal.
So, like, what's the culture of your family then? It seems like very adaptable, like,
Yeah, definitely.
making it work.
Yeah, but most of my people moved back to New Orleans a couple years after, so it was just me, my mom, my dad, and two of my brothers and sisters.
Anything else, guys?
Who are some of the brands that you're working with, and what do you want to accomplish here?
I'm working with, we're trying to get a deal with Tilt. It's like this little clothing brand in Inglewood, I believe. And then it's a Factory Lab, like a little shoe, comfortable branding company, and just some other stuff we got working.
It seems like you're trying to partner with, like, small businesses?
Yeah.
Or, like, is that kind of what you're trying to elevate?
I feel like we're just going to start small and then just keep on going up, once I get a bigger name for myself out here.
Any dream deal?
Not as of right now, I don't think.
For the dog, maybe?
Maybe. That's what I need to find. Yeah, I need to find some of that.
It also just seems like you guys are having a ton of fun out there, just out on the practice field as well. So, just curious, just as a player, how has Deshaun Foster really built a culture here in his second year?
I feel like he built a great culture. Just like I say, the first week of practice, he told us, and it's been sticking with me. Play the game like a child, but don't be childish. So it's like you want to have fun, but you don't want to, have too much fun. Like you want to stay level. So that's been the biggest thing that stuck with me while on the field.
Thanks, Nico.
I appreciate y'all.
Thank you.